All right, Boonboomger episode 17. This continues the Boon Violet story arc we've been having. It looks like it's going to continue on a little bit longer before Boon Violet officially joins the team, which might be next week, although I said that for this week's episode and it doesn't look like it's happened yet. So it looks like there's still a mystery behind Boon Violet that we're slowly uncovering as the show goes on. So this episode introduced a couple of brand new key factors. One of them is Yaruka being modified or modded by Cannonborg, and the mod is, and it's kind of an interesting mod, it releases out a burst of gasoline that makes the monster of the week goes into berserk mode. So I feel like the whole reason why they did this is to kind of cut down on that chase scene that they usually do when they drive through Rainbow Road to chase down the monster of the week to stop them from getting to the finish line. So it looks like that this new mod that Yaruka has, it's going to jump from, they don't need to do that chase sequence, it just jumps straight to the mech fight, which is kind of something we've had in a couple of episodes before it. So it looks like they're kind of using this new plot device to cut down on that. Now, one of the other things is the backstory between Boondario and Byun Diesel, as we found out that many years ago they used to be on the same team, and there was a rivalry between them. We kind of knew that, and then there was a race between the two of them to see that their team name would be called the Boonboomgers, which is where the name Boonboomgers comes from, which is an interesting bit of lore piece. But when Boondario was disqualified from racing and then he disappeared, people thought he was dead, but apparently he's been hiding out on Earth the whole time. So there's that backstory between the two of them. So I get the feeling that the two characters will reconcile later down the line, because you do see them working together when we get to see Boon Match Robo in the episode, which Boon Match Robo, Boon Match Robo, I think it's called, or Byun Match Robo, whatever you want to call it, the Violet Range mech, it looks cool. It looks alright. I mean, it's a Formula 1 race car that transforms. I do like how you've got the little helmet that sticks out, which is akin to like actual Formula 1 race car drivers with how their cars are set up. So I like that. And then you've got the controller like moving back and forth. I like that to it. But the mech, you don't get a really good look at it for another episode. It's a very fast mech transformation. Not only that, a very fast finisher as the mech comes out. So you see it briefly. I mean, I was trying to get a screenshot for the mech for this week's episode, and I could barely grab one. I think I grabbed one during the finish-up because it moves so fast with everything going on. So we haven't had like a good standing shot of the mech fighting in this episode. But from what I've seen so far, when it comes to the toys and the still frames of Boon Violet's mech, I kind of like it. I like the Formula 1 race car design it's got going for it. I'm sure it's going to have probably other alterations or maybe other stuff you can add on with it with the other cars. I'm not entirely too sure yet. I've been following the leaks and stuff like that, but I'm sure we'll probably get maybe other power-ups later down the line, but I don't know if it's going to combine with Boondario later down the line, because if you've seen the Boonboomger toys with how little articulation they have, I don't think they're going to combine together, which is kind of a shame, because I would like to see Boondario and Byun Diesel come together and combine their strengths together. But from what we've seen so far, although there's a rivalry, they were working together. Like the finisher was Byun Diesel's mech going through the finish line in the end. But overall, this episode, it's quite the interesting one. Like, I did enjoy the start of it where the Boonboomgers were at a bar, which was a different setting we haven't really seen before in Sentai also a lot. So they're at this really good bar. Aesthetic and the interior design looked really well. And the suits, not the suits, the civilian clothes they had on in the episode were pretty cool as well. But I really did dig the bar design where it was like this inside bar that they probably made on set, or maybe it's an actual bar in Tokyo, I don't know, but it had like these mounted deer heads on the wall. It looked pretty cool. So it looks like that the villains are planning something with what Cannonborg is doing, because, you know, he modded Yaruka and he's got that weapon that was delivered to him in the episode, so it looks like that he's planning something. But it's the end of the episode that does raise some eyebrows as we get the cliffhanger, because we don't know anything about Boon Violet because we know that he left Earth 10 years ago. And the big cliffhanger on this week's episode is Cannonball contacting Byun Diesel, not Byun Diesel, Boon Violet, saying that he's got a job for him because Byun Diesel, no, I did it again, god dang it. Because he had Boon Violet wanting to leave Earth because he felt like that his work was done here. Then Cannonball contacted him, and then the big cliffhanger was frickin' Boon Blue coming in and saying that, hey, we kind of know why Boon Violet left Earth all those years ago. And that's the big cliffhanger. So I do wonder why he actually left Earth and why he's been in space the whole time. So that's kind of one of the big mysteries we have going out throughout this episode. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on Boonboomger episode 17. Overall, I thought it was a pretty fun episode. I did enjoy it. It looks like we've got a bit of a rivalry between Red and Violet, and then you've got the rivalry between Diesel and Boondaria, although it's more of a friendship rivalry. I'm sure they'll probably patch things up as the show goes on. But yeah, overall, I'm still enjoying Boonboomger. I'm still watching and I'm still keeping up with it. I'm still talking about it to you guys. So yeah, overall, this was a pretty fun episode and I can't wait to see where it's going to go next week. We're almost at the 20s, which is crazy to think about. We're almost at the halfway point with this show, which will be within a couple of months. Probably when Gotchard ends, we'll be at the halfway point for the show, which is crazy to think about. But overall, Boonboomger, I'm enjoying, and we'll see where it goes moving forward. With that said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and bye.